Yo dog, Candy Boucher here. Next level painting, hitting you up with another tutorial. Psych! Yo, this is throwback time. Diablo 2, my favorite game of all time. Have recently been playing it again, revitalizing my ancient passion for this game. Haven't played since 2008. A lot of things when I came back to the game that were kind of fun. The major thing was the Akara skill set from the Den of Evil. So now you can really experiment with your character. So I've always loved Barbs. Barbs always made me happy. I was all into the homebrews. So this is my homebrew throwing Barb. Now I had one of these before, you know, back in the pen and paper days where you built the perfect skills.
Greetings.
Got everything on point. But now I can kind of like play around with it, experiment. I had a really cool build before, but ultimately it was kind of boring. Didn't make you happy because there's so many limitations to a barbarian. And I'll get to that here right now. Here's my inventory. Ethereal War Strikes. Now these are shitty. This is literally as low as it gets for Ethereal. Had to trade the best I could to get this. 200 ED, literally garbage. 211, not much better. 174 damage, 180 damage is garbage. I also have Lacerators. I like to go between the Lacerators and the War Strikes. It helps me save my quantity because they're both ethereal and they're both self-replenish, but also I like to, proc this, amplify damage, switch to these machine guns. Let me talk about this pathetic 174 damage. 50% deadly strike on the weapon. High Lords, 32 deadly strike. Here's my Gore Riders, got another 15. That basically means you're getting double damage 100% of the time. We're using Dracules all day or day. You need these sometimes these just save your ass sometimes. We're using the Razor Tail. This is super important to get that piercing. This is about 33 piercing. These each have about 50 piercing. So you're basically always piercing. It's necessary for this build. Got a BK ring and a Ravenfrost. Got an Aerial Face with a 40-15 in it. Got Enigma, a super good Enigma. Now I used to run it with Fortitude and other, sick ass armor to keep me alive, but you know what? You need the Enigma. Now I've been able to determine that through experimentation. It's just the tactics of the build. You can't get swarmed. You got to be able to reset, reposition. Enigma is a big part of it. The Merc is a secondary big part of it. This is predominantly a PVM character, so don't fuck around without a good Merc. My Merc is running Ethereal Giant Skull, Ethereal Bugged Fortitude, Pride, give you that concentration aura, and of course he's Act 2 Nightmare for might. So we stack damage. So now we're about to try to solo good old Chaos Sanctuary with a throwing Barb. We got battle orders. It's not super good because I'm sacrificing so much of my inventory to the best types of charms I can get. This is my pride and joy right here. This took forever to get, but everything else doesn't have life on it, basically. It's all max damage, attack rating. Some are just attack rating, strength, shit like that. Torch, Annie, like literally just decked out. Now at this moment, he's doing big damage, but once we get that Might Aura on, it's gonna get real. So let's begin this. We're gonna go right over all these dudes. We're gonna go right into the Chaos Sanctuary. And we're gonna see if we can handle it. Alright, let's begin. So we're just gonna start by frenzying, teleporting out, throwing some axes, and they make short work of these guys. And this is hell right here, you can see here. Get that frenzy going, teleport out, let's throw these axes, start knocking these mana guys out. They're a pain in the dick. The Merc's gonna hold it down. We're gonna keep that frenzy going. And of course, Lacerators get amplified damage. It's pretty huge. We're gonna switch to the War Strikes here. Check this out. And you can see them. Let me put it this way. We're at our break point with speed right now. And when we're frenzying, other people in our game can't even see the knives. They literally are like, yo, you're glitching. So we're gonna frenzy right here. There we go. Get them nice and stacked. But I do like to conserve my ammo, so I'm going to switch back to the Lacerators. Decrepify is the bane of my existence, but let's take a look. 14k with a Decrepify right now with these axes. Oh, we're not even frenzying. Look at this. We're silly. This is gonna change the game. Look at this. Switch to the lacerators. Or sorry, the war strikes. War strikes basically 100% double damage. See, I like to create separation. That's why I like the Enigma. You get swarmed with this guy. You get completely surrounded with this guy, and it sucks. Okay, let's pull out the lacerators. Played on windowed mode. Almost made a deadly mistake there. We're going to switch to lacerators now. Get that super piercing. See, the piercing is what turns it into basically an area of effect attack. When it's just your normal shit, you're only hitting one guy at a time. But that's fine when there's only one guy in front of you. That's why I switch back. We're going to get that frenzy going. We're going to reposition. But the lacerators do work, though. I mean, 15k on the high end. But the lacerators, super crucial. But when you look, but take a look at these war strikes. 10k with a lower damage curse or whatever it is. It has a much better average than you give it credit for. All right, so we're gonna fight this mob. Lacerators out. Let's get amplified damage. Now we're switching to the knives, and we're just going to town. Let's frenzy off of this guy. Get that mana potion. These guys are burning. Oh, we got tons of juvies. These are clutch.
I am overburdened.
Bird. Let's re-up our battle orders. Lacerators on deck. When it's just a couple guys like this, I don't bother with the knives. They're for when they're crowded around me. And like, kind of like in a alley. Yeah, we're just gonna go up here. Knives. All day. All day, every day. This will be a good one right here. Just cut right through all these guys. Switch back to the axes, get a frenzy going. Just to conserve the ammo. Good old Decrepify, love it. But you get a good frenzy going off, it kind of undoes it. Taking our knives back out for a spin. And so the frenzy, I mean, the frenzy is crucial. The other thing I love about this build is, like, you know, it's just so off the wall, but it does big damage if you're set up right. Let's give our Merc a potion real quick. We're about to fight a real tough mob for this type of character. So we're just going to lead with the war strikes, and we're going to make it happen. We're going to teleport behind them. There we go.
I can't carry anymore.
Any mana? Mana kind of a thing when these dudes are stealing your mana constantly. Okay, back to the lacerators. Get that frenzy alive. And I've got no points in axe mastery, nothing. That's just 1 point of frenzy with my max skills. And as you can see, like, it gets you fast, bro. Sorry, over here. Attack speed up to 200%. Do you see that? And that transfers to your throws. I mean, that takes you to an insane breakpoint. This game's only 25 frames per second, you know what I mean? So when I'm doing my throws, people are like, literally, they're like, it doesn't make sense. What's happening? Oops. I don't like to hit that seal first. Alright. Let's just chill right here in the cut. Let's get this one going. This is going to be fun. There we go. Look at how much we're proccing everything. Okay, so this is always fun to fight Diablo.
Not even death can save.
So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to him in Frenzy, then teleport away. We're going to switch. Now we have an amplified damage. We're switching to the knives. Oh, foul. Forgot I had teleport on. Either way, made pretty short work of Diablo with some fucking knives. Alright, here is another PVM build. This is actually the same barbarian. I used a token, reset him, made him into a frenzy barb. This is weeks and weeks later. As I said, let's go over what he is. He's got predominantly the same setup. Like, he's literally almost exactly the same guy, same gear in every way, same Ariats with 4015, but he has this wire fleece fortitude that I was able to pick up. This is great armor for frenzy builds. Same High Lords, same literally Dracules, Gore Riders, BK, Ravenfrost. I got a pretty decent Verdungos on his ass. Pretty much all like just attack rating charms. I got a couple with strength on them, a couple that are like really close to 320, but predominantly attack rating. You know, like I think I got one in here that's like my pride and joy. You know, like, and these are amazing. I was able to. These are like fucking 3 high runes each. God. So that's all dope. But what I was able to do was I went on this huge. So I made this horrible grief. It's like, and I couldn't even trade this. Like only 343 and 35 IS. This shit sucks. Then I made another grief and got 400, only 31 though. So I was like, "Fuck, man!" I made three. I made 3 total. I made them out of phase blades because I was running this other build, which I'll get into. But the problem is the grief is just keeps breaking, right? But I was like, "Fuck!" All those paladins use a phase blade because they don't break. Well, here it is. PVM Frenzy Barbarian with double phase blades, increasing my attack speed even more, hitting those break points like a beast. And that shit doesn't break. Because literally, this shit is too expensive to repair constantly. So I made these, and I was like, what do I do with them? The third grief I made was really good, and I have that on a different character. Backup weapons, got a Hodo and a shitty call to arms. This is dope because, you know, you get 7 to battle orders, 4 to shout with this combo. It's pretty sick. So let's do a quick run to the Chaos Sanctuary. And now they pretty much took Iron Maiden out of the game, so barbarians can run through this and do their thug life. And it's also the same Merc. He's got a sweet F fortitude. He's got a pride. He's got a giant skull double 4015. All right, he keeps me strong. So this is gonna get hilarious. And the reason I want to show this video off is because he gets so fast that you can't even see his ass. And also he's a naked Barb. But look at this. He's gonna basically start kind of one-hitting everything. Kind of hard to control. It took me a while to remember how to use these guys. And these Maul Fiends have so many hit points. Look how fast I just went through that. You only got 6 seconds to hit the next guy to keep it going, to keep that max going. He's definitely at his break point. I believe the calculator says he's doing 5 attacks a second. When when he's all frenzied up. Level 30s frenzy. And since it's double grief, you know, with all his percentages that do more damage, he's literally just a juggernaut. On the table. Real quick. Get that volume better. It's okay, we're about to get serious now. Look how fast he's going through these guys. These are kind of the only guys that piss me off because they take my mana. I'm a barbarian. But I mean, like, you're basically... If you get a good roll, you're one-hitting a Venom Lord. We've been, like, in decrepified this whole time, you know? And we're still fast as shit. Look at that. Here it is. About to do a solo hell run. Chaos Sanctuaries. We're gonna kill every monster we can. And what I like too is when you get into it, you can switch to double swing, which is actually a faster attack. And with the griefs, it still does work. When you start getting decrepified. Like I said, kind of hard with the frenzy, losing all our mana. You kind of have to, like, to get your max speed, you kind of have to, like, click like to a guy, then to a guy, to a guy, and try to keep holding it. You know, like sometimes you can hold it down, but like really, you kill so fast. You just gotta kind of click fast as a motherfucker. He's a hilarious character. There we go. This is always a hard mob right here. But since we got Dracules, we'll always have life tap up. And here's what he looks like right here. Oh. Almost 5,000 hit points. Over 10,000 attack rating. Defense, over 10,000 with this setup. And of course, you got the damage, the hidden damage, because the griefs, they add that 400 after the calculator. The good thing about that 400 though is that it still is affected by every enhanced damage multiplier your character has. So it's basically the strongest melee weapon in the game. Because basically when you look at a weapon in there, you know, like a BOTD might say 500. Hold on, let's switch to Berserk for this guy. When you look at a BOTD and it says 500 damage, it's actually like a Berserker axe that's like 100 damage with 400% enhanced damage. That's different. A grief is 400 damage, and if you have 400% enhanced damage, it's fucking 4 times stronger. But it's hidden damage. You don't see it in the calculator. So some people don't even realize that they're slipping up. It's like functionally does 4 times more, and also its averages are closer, so you get better die rolls with them. Look at how fast we're gonna kill Diablo. Literally just ruin that ass. All right. Here's my favorite build. This is my Warcry Barb, singing Barb. All these Warcry charms, some are clean, some aren't. We got some strength and manas, some dexterity and manas, all things that help. Torch, Annie, great Enigma, solid Warcry amulet, Shakos with a Cham in it, so we can't be frozen, so we can rock 2 SOJs, Redungos for that extra life and that damage reduction. Got War Traps, get that magic find. You know, we got, this is a pretty solid MF build. He's definitely double whiz pikes with mana, energy, jewels in them. This guy's a beast. I'm pretty sure Merc, yeah, Andy's Eth upped, glitched, fortitude. Gotta have that insight. Here's the funny thing. This mofo doesn't do any damage. Barely any. Take a look. Literally 1,700 damage. But it's like basically always hits, and it's always, so this is like not to be underestimated. So like there's no attack rating here. When you use Warcry, it just hits, bruh. And its minimums and its maximums almost the same. So like you're gonna hit a motherfucker 100% of the time. And since it's AoE and it does stun, it's actually really powerful. And he's at, can't remember the frames of his cast, but I think it's close to 5,000 DPS is what you're looking at. 5,000 damage a second. He's at maximum breakpoint for cast until you get to 200, which I think is like, yeah, I just can't remember. Watch how fast he teleports. So what we can do here is we're gonna run in here and stun them all. This is what's super powerful about this. These motherfuckers can attack. My dude never gets hit. And then what I do is I'll hit them with the battle cry, which lowers all their defenses and how much damage they do to me, which is the little red ball above their heads too. You can stack both of these. And that makes my merc come in there and just clean them up. He does decent damage. He's 7,500 damage. So these guys can't attack. These guys can't attack. Can't attack. It's like literally 8 seconds. So now we're gonna lower their defenses. But like, yo, don't get it twisted. We're gonna kill them ourselves too. No little lag. That's always fun. Well, let's hope we don't die from this. It's been a laggy day in Diablo 2017. Alright, we got through that. Okay, just check this shit out. Just throw up a little bit of battle cry. Good times roll. Like I said, you can get cute with this. When I'm playing with my buddies, I literally just go around and stun everything. Got like level 46 battle orders. It's pretty solid. Show you stats. Over 6,000 life. Still over 10,000 defense. And with that insight, we basically never run out of mana. Check this mob out. This is going to be fun. Just get in the middle of all these motherfuckers and they literally can't do anything. And if they ever did hit me, they'd be like they're hitting me for like 100% less damage. It's like ridiculous. Alright. You will not fucking... It's just like, yo, I'm literally like the angry mom of barbarians, just yelling. All day, every day. Clean your fucking room. Like, I love this character. Get out of here. Yell at shit till it dies. Like to hop around like a crazy person. Suck it. Crazy ass barbarian. Whenever I jump in a game and beat ancients for somebody, people put up those games, you know, like, oh, help me with ancients. I run in there and just yell at these ancients and they can't move the whole time. Dudes are like, I have literally never seen that before. What the fuck is that? Some sucker MCs kicking it in the corner over here. Now, you can see that this, I mean, this guy literally has, there's like no chance of this guy dying. That's like what's awesome about this guy. Motherfucker won't die. Not in, obviously, PPM. He'll die in PvP, but he can fight Necros and Sorks, because I can out-tele you those fools. And my caster rate is usually better than their... Oh, no. Immune to physical. Literally nothing we can do. Sometimes this happens. I really wanted to show you guys Diablo. Have I been in here long enough? Alright, hold on. Alright. Back. Now let's kill this fool. Alright, let's fight Diablo. I'm going to show you guys boss fights. This is the only slowdown for this guy, really. So you get that Warcry up. And I think, like I said, it's, you can see right there, 132 less defense, 66% less damage. So like his melee attacks are basically meaningless right now. And my mark can hit him like crazy. So here we go. We're just going to hold our finger on this fucking trigger. The only real slowdown. Ugh. Just yelling at this dude. Diablo's in no danger of actually, there's no threat of him actually killing us. Like, it looks like we're losing health, but we have still 4,600 health. Oh, we got some stuff. Things.